lack of videos lately. Both Hope and I have been moving, so we haven't been able to make many videos. But in the time off that we've had, I've come up with a new design for a fish mouth finder. You all, I'm sure, heard of angle finders and different stuff. Well, this is a fish mouth finder. I don't know if it's a new tool. It's new to me, and it works relatively well and rather inexpensive. It's pretty simple, really. It's just a 1.5" PVC coupler. It has the rubber compression fittings in it. About 10 4-foot long 1/8" dowel rod or round stock. A cheap little $6 laser pointer in there, and a 16 gauge piece of 1.5" tubing to wrap the steel rods around when you go to use the compression fittings. And the whole concept of this is that while you can take and push this into a joint or a fitting and take a basically a replica of what the fish mouth is that you want pursuing or trying to go after. It's kind of like those nail beds that you see where you can press your hand into and it takes an imprint. Same general concept right here. We just use the laser end to point out at the other side where we want the tubing to end up, so that way we know that we have the fish mouth finder pressed into the angle correctly. And it's relatively simple. I'm going to show you a full breakdown and everything in it. I'll get you a parts list kind of made up in another video. That way you can do it if you want to, or not. Just do it the old-fashioned way, any of the above. But I suppose I'll get ready to show you how it's done here in a minute. Alrighty, now we're going to actually show you how to use this fancy little fish mouth finder, so to speak. What we're wanting to do is we're wanting to start and go from one point to another. This being point A, the center of the pipe in the fish mouth, and this being point B. Okay. So what we're going to do, we've already got the laser light on. We're going to loosen the couplings a little bit so as to allow the steel rods to slide back and forth. I'm going to put the laser dot down on my other mark, down here like so. While holding that on, I'm going to come back here to this point and keeping my mark on, that laser on, I'm going to press there. Try to take the other end, kind of press it into it. Make sure you get a good depression, all while keeping the angle on there. Snug the coupling back down ever so slightly, just enough to keep it in position. As you can see, took a nice outline of the angle, exactly how it needs to be cut. So you know when doing this, you don't actually transfer using this end, because you would get the opposite effect of what you wanted. What you're actually going to do is transfer off this end. You're going to actually cut this end here, or transfer that and cut this end in your pipe, and that'll give you the exact angle you need. I'll show you how to do that here in a second. Alrighty, here we go. We're getting ready to, we just took our fish mouth, found our angle. As you can see, the side, this is the side we pressed into it, and this is the side that we're going to trace off of. As you can see, it looks nothing like the other end, but just wait for the end result. What I'll do is slide it on here where you can see I've already drawn it out, and you can see how that kind of fits. Just take your marker and run around it, get a good trace out on it. After you trace the whole thing around, just kind of fill in the blank spots, because obviously with the edges like they are, they're not going to be the smoothest. And well, I'll show me cutting this, and then we'll show you how it fits all together. Alrighty, I'm going to show you how I'm going to cut this fish mouth out, just off that freshly transferred pattern. with my trusty HTP MicroCut 400. Fantastic little plasma cutter. I want to give them a call. A great bunch of people to deal with. But enough with the gab. Let me show you how it's done. That's about all there is to it.